Going on to all my Virgos, you have the Temperance, the Ace of Cups, the Devil, Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and last but not least, the Justice. So what I'm seeing here for you Virgos is the Temperance, the Ace of Cups, and the Devil is about you've pretty much learned way too much of the game in order for people to actually, have a very good chance at tricking you, because Virgo is a zodiac sign that pretty much learns very quickly, right? Gemini and Virgo are the zodiac signs of learning because they're ruled by Mercury. So Mercury rules over the nerves and learning. So a lot of you Virgos understand that a lot of people are playing games, like I said before, and you can identify who's in the game, who's playing it, right? And you understand that, the game is essentially malicious, because when are people really being real, and when are they, and when I say being real, I mean having a real heart-to-heart conversation, really allowing themselves to not have some sort of ulterior motive. And the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, right, are really about how a lot of you Virgos have pretty much gotten off of the wheel, or broken the wheel of power by not participating in a lot of the games that people ultimately try to play with you. Because I was actually doing research on Virgo, Gemini, the planet Mercury, and on a Kabbalistic tree, Hod, right, which is ruled by Mercury, actually sits on the left-hand side of the Kabbalistic tree. So the left-hand side is severity, and the right-hand side is mercy. So what that means is that with us, we deal with passive action. Virgos and Geminis deal with passive action, which means that, so I went down this whole rabbit hole. So passive action basically is about how we end up being justified, or we end up, right, having the justice, ironically, because we're justified, right, in being as cold as we are, because of the fact that, people don't listen to us. People like to make things more difficult on themselves. They want us to take care of them. They want us to do this, right? They lack common sense. Everybody, so many people are so caught up with trying to be cool, and the situation with Virgos is that Virgos don't necessarily care about being cool, because again, most of our lives is internal, spiritual, meaning that a lot of the times we're not even really here, right? We're really in a different place. And what I mean by that is that we're in our own mind and in our own imagination. And a lot of the times we end up having to clean up the mess of other people, because if we don't, our own business is going to become messy as well if we don't. But a lot of people like to do things that intentionally get in the way of our concentration. So a lot of us Virgos have decided to not let so many people, or not let anything get in the way of that anymore. And like I said before, it's making a lot of people upset, because, people need to, in other words, people need to stop acting like they all that, and they need to start putting in effort, But we're living in a world where people's egos is infinitely inflated. So many people are essentially gassing themselves up to be something that ultimately they're not, right? So many people, not everybody, but so many people want to be these 8, 9s, and 10s, quote unquote. I don't even know why it is that we're even giving people numbers, right? You either want the person or you don't. But so many people, if we are going on a number scale, they're giving so many people these numbers, right? These huge, everybody wants to be an 8, 9, and 10. And when I say everybody, I don't mean absolutely everybody. I mean most people. They want to be these 8, 9s, and 10s. But they're overestimating themselves way too much and not really being real. So the 3 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune really speaks to that. And it really speaks to how you Virgos are just, you've essentially started, you Virgos have essentially started to do your own thing. You don't care about the unwritten rules, what to say. You as a person, you can't say that you're not that individual. Otherwise, people are not going to find you interesting. I don't care. I'm breaking all the rules. I'm going to do what I want, when I want to. If a person doesn't like it, I don't care. Pretty much, SMD, pretty much. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, I've been through all of that stuff already. And a lot of you Virgos have been through a lot of that stuff already. There was a point in time where, people used to have my name in their mouth to such a degree, to the point where I was just like, oh gosh, what I do now? Because I know here comes the scapegoating. Here comes the, you're so desperate for attention. Come on with it, because you're desperate. You a desperado or a desperada. You desperate for attention. So, okay, so since you're so desperate for it, to the point where it doesn't even make common sense for you to be this desperate for attention, diving on the ground, let me relax. So I was about to say something. Let me relax. Y'all know what I was about to say. Diving on the ground like a stripper, desperate for the attention. Since so many people are desperate for it, they can't seem to sit themselves still. You Virgos are like, I don't care. And like I said, it's getting a lot of people upset. The 2 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles. If the 2 of you can't see eye to eye, right? If you and the other person can't see eye to eye, that's a dub. You're bouncing. You don't care. If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to a website in which you can support me, as well as financially support me as well, from the books that I have that are on Amazon. I'm writing a new one. I'm writing a new one and a 3rd book. I'm nowhere near being done with that one, because that one is going to be a banger. My clothing store, my website, right, which has a private tarot reading on it, as well as my my Instagram page, in which you can follow me and just kind of give me a shout out. Appreciate y'all, by the way. Thank you. But so you're gonna leave these people alone. The 3 of Pentacles is that, again, there has to be reciprocation. It can't be you give 2 pentacles, they give 1, right? It has to be both of y'all put in an equal amount of effort. The both of you put in 1.5 pentacles in order to make 3. What's 1.5 times 2? 3. So if they try to do that, where they try to get you in a situation where they want you to give way more, right? You have to be able to know how much is enough that you're going to give. Because Virgo is a zodiac sign of servitude, right? So we give is what I'm trying to say. And a lot of times people get spoiled about that, People get spoiled when it comes to Virgos. People get spoiled when it comes to Pisces, because we give, right? Especially when we like you, we'll give. And a lot of people take that for granted. And they try to, like I said, this ego is a serious problem, because the ego gaslights a lot of people to really overestimate their abilities with a lot of different things, like how it is that I'll go ahead and I'll speak to somebody, and they'll show up, and then they expect me to give them a free tarot reading or something like this, and then they'll be like, oh, I need help with such and such, and I'm like, okay, but do you want to set up a reading? And then like they won't say anything, like goofy stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then they'll come back days later. Oh, I just need some help, or whatever the case may be. It's like, what is it about you where you don't seem to understand that I'm running a business? And when I tell them that, I'm running a business, right? I'm running a business. It is what it is. Then, right? Then the person, I'll even ask them, so you want me to take out my cards and give you a tarot reading, right? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, for free. I don't even know these people from a can of paint, but at all. This is the delusion. This is how people actually approach some people sometimes. This is how people actually approach Virgo sometimes. Like I said, the left pillar of severity. People be acting goofy. People act like, for some odd reason, people act like, my gosh, they don't have common sense. And like I said before, Mercury has to go into retrograde so many times a year to teach people to think for themselves, to teach people to stop being goofy, to teach people to have common sense, to teach people to have decency. How are you going to interact with somebody that you don't know and just expect these people to give you some stuff? They don't know you from a can of paint, and you so covetous, you so greedy and gluttonous, you can't be happy with what it is that you already have, and you're trying to put on for other people and keep up with the Joneses just to be popular amongst who knows who, because most people put on and try to style on other people that they don't even freaking know, trying so hard to keep up with millionaires and billionaires, that they go to people and approach people with this level of cognitive dissonance. I'm coming to you expecting you to give me some stuff for free, and I don't even know you. And I'm actually delusional enough to really try my hand with that, as if you not gonna tell me to get out of here with that. Then you have the Seven of Swords and the Justice. The Seven of Swords and the Justice is, like I said, all types of goofy stuff, all types of goofy approaches that people try on you. But again, the Justice is when you fix them, right? In the Caribbean, that's Caribbean slang. You fix them, right? Meaning that you send them packing. Basically, you kick their butt, so to speak, right? Not physically, but you send them packing, right? You will be you are justified in doing that, because people don't know how to have common sense, and this is how you Virgos are carrying yourselves into the future, which is great. That's a good thing. You know why? Because more people need to have a verbal butt kicking. More people need to be straightened out. No pun intended. More people need to be straightened out, yo. Like the pure idiocracy, the pure, you know what I'm saying? The pure cognitive dissonance. You approach people, right? Another perspective, right? How many people will try to holler at me or whatnot, and I'm trying to get to know this person, and I ain't hear from them in 2-3 months, and then they come back, hey, what's up? I thought we were supposed to be getting to know each other. All these games that people try to play. So you really expect me to look at you the same kind of way, trying to play like you cool, trying to play like you this and you that or whatever. Come on. You actually think this type of nonsense really is appealing to people. And it goes to show you just how dorky a lot of these people are. What? You trying to create a relationship like that? Because I'm going to tell you how I would, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. I would tell you how I would try to create a relationship, staying in communication with this person. I don't have to talk to them every single day, but I'm talking to them enough. See, a lot of times, that's another thing too. People are so goofy in this society, right? People take things to the extreme. When I say you don't have to necessarily talk to somebody every single day, what people think in their mind, because they so goofy, is, oh, you're not going to talk to them for a month. You're not going to talk to them for half of a year. It's like, how you going to build a functional relationship with somebody and you only talk to them once every 6 months? This is the stupidity of how grown folks think. And they actually think that they're making sense. This is why Mercury has to go in a retrograde so much. You got a bunch of... Let me relax. So to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, you have the World, the Death, the Four of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So the World and the Death card represents, again, putting a stop to all of the disrespect that you've had to deal with. Setting yourselves free. A lot of you Virgos need to set yourselves free, right? The Hanged Man, again, passive action. You know, when people are playing the game with you, wasting your time, don't hang around them, because that's exactly what it is that they are. They are a complete and utter waste of your time. And you would be doing a disservice on yourself to even waste your time even trying to say what's up to these people. Don't say anything to them. Don't text them back. Don't call them back. Let everybody who wants to be stupid be stupid. Because everybody is so caught up with these games. Okay, so you play stupid games, and sure enough, you will win stupid prizes. So I just want to say thank you to all of my Virgos. Thank you to all of the zodiac signs who may be watching this. Really appreciate the ascension through these numbers. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I have 5,254 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos.